This conference room is, one of, actually we do have like 3 conference rooms in this institute. This is the one, it accommodates like more than 200. It's for meeting purpose and for different training purpose, For example, last time you have already served the PACI, the Pan-African Quality Infrastructure Joint Technical Committee meeting here, and they have appreciated. By the way, not only working as a training room or as a hall for meeting, but also for there is also other facilities accompanied here. There's a catering service, there's a gym service, there is also the accommodation that has been accompanied. So we do have everything is ready. There is a 5G internet. We do have a very beautiful screen, and online there is also virtual meeting is also possible.
Well, viewers, you are watching Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, our weekly program Explore Ethiopia. Today we are exploring the Quality Village here in Addis Ababa. We are spending very interesting time with Dr. Meserat Beqele. She is Director General for Institute of Ethiopian Standards. So we are visiting a visit to the Quality Village. Among that, this is a training room. Dr. Meserat, so could you please tell us briefly about this training room?
Yeah, this training room is the one of the 12 training rooms we have here in this institute, and it is purposely for the purpose of training, different system trainings. We provide trainings for 5 days. Everything is here, the accommodation and the facility is here. So the minimum requirement, the minimum number of trainees here is 15 and the maximum is 25. So we can give not only system trainings for different short meetings it might be from African countries, from locally and regionally and internationally. Yeah. So this is the facility we are having here in our institute. We do have such kind of training rooms, like 12 training rooms of such kind,
including the previous conference room we have seen previously, as well. This one seems, as per my observation, they are really world-class standards, and you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much.
So next, which places are we gonna see?
Now we are going to see the accommodation, the standard and VIP accommodation. We do have 40 beds here in the institute.
Including VIPs?
Yeah, 4 VIP and 36 is the one standard one, normal one. So the concept is, everyone who comes for the training here will stay for 5 days with full accommodation. Yeah. There is a gym. There is a clinic, there is a dining, no worries about anything, so he can be focused and stay here for 5 days and get certified. That is the concept behind.
So the result will be full.
Exactly.
Yeah, because as long as somebody stay here for 5 days with full package, so I think the training will be very successful, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
That's
Doctor, for your time.
You're welcome.
So let's
You're
go
welcome.
to the next.
Thank you.
Right. Right, viewers, this is Explore Ethiopia. Today we are exploring the Quality Village, which is available here in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, the capital of Africa. So in this Quality Village, there are lots of activities undertaken. Among that, they render training services for trainees who came from different parts of Ethiopia as well different African regions. So when you come here for training, there is accommodations. They do have around like 40 bedrooms, including 4 VIP rooms. Among all, they do have also dining services. Plus, or in addition to that, this is the gymnasium. So all services are available so that you can register and take appointments for any kind of training you'd like to have. This is Explore Ethiopia. Do stay with us again.
Welcome to the National Center for Standardization, Standard Information. Here, this is the documentation room for our institute. There are different kind of standards out here. As I mentioned earlier, these are the one we are participating as a member. We are adopting, adapting, and customizing those different standards from international as well as regional standard organizations. And we do have actually different kind of standards. We can take, this is the room where after developing the standards, we disseminate or distribute our standards to consumers and to producers and to different stakeholders. So we do have catalog over there. The catalog is where different standards with different category and sector will be identified. And we do have also pictorial standard. This is the pictorial standard. The purpose of this pictorial standard is we do have different level of understanding, societies with different level of understanding. So we will tell them by pictorially what kind of standard, the one which meets the standard and not meeting the standard. So we can tell them by pictorially by showing them the pictures. And the other one is, these are different kind of pictorial standards. This one is the formal standard in hard copy. Basically, we actually sell the standards online. Any person who wants to take a standard or to buy standard from far, they can take from by online. He can purchase or she can purchase online. And someone who needs to document as a hard copy, they can also buy the hard copy of this standard. So these are the document with full of knowledge, with specification, with different, actually, the kind of standards are different. As I mentioned, it might be from the food and agriculture, it might be from construction and civil engineering, it might be electrotechnical, service standards and health standards, environmental based standards. So for example, this one is the one for environmental management system requirements with guidance for use. This is one example of system standards in order to, especially for environmental use purpose. So we do have also at the back, we do have different kind of standards from national standard bodies of other countries. For example, from Germany, from Japan, even African countries, from Nigeria and so on. So from European and from African countries, we do have also in the documentation. So the purpose of this documentation room is not only for buying or taking the standards, but for the purpose of the students also. The students can sit here and refer what they need for their dissertation, for their thesis, and so on. So we do have such kind of room, actually, not only this one, we do have another room, library. They can sit here and refer those different system and product standards. And in addition to having those international and regional standards, we do have also some relations with UAE and Arab countries standards with Arab, because there should be mutual recognition and mutual trade facilitation with those Arab countries. And we do have also, with Egypt, we do have also some reference from Egypt. So especially for trade facilitation, it's very important to have their specification, their standard, and we benchmark them actually for our purpose. So this is a short briefing of our Center for Information, for documentation. So anyone can come and refer and buy or take those standards online as well as with hard copy.
responsibility in this year is the training of my colleagues from the Ethiopian Meteorology Institute in this field of measurement. And what you see behind me is a device that enables us to evaluate the efficiency of light sources. If you need a lot of electrical power to get a light source to light, then it's inefficient. But if you get a little electrical power and the same light, you save a lot of electrical power, particularly if it's light sources which are used in every household in Ethiopia. Then the savings are very big, gigawatts of power. And that enables then in Ethiopia to export the saved electrical power. And with this device behind me, it's called an integrating sphere. It reflects from the center all its light in all directions. And we can then, with measuring instruments at the measuring port of the sphere, measure how many light units. The units are lumens, which most people will not know. So that's the lumens. And then we measure the watts, the electrical watts. That's something that people frequently encounter, watts. So then when we know the watts and the lumens, we can divide the lumens divide by the watts, and then we get lumens per watt, which is a measure of the efficiency of a light source. The old light sources, like the one in here, takes maybe 100 watts. The new type of light sources that are now being introduced worldwide are called light-emitting diodes. And the same light output as this lamp maybe takes 7 watts. So this is 100 watt. You need, to get the same light, you need only 7 watt. So that's 93 of the 100 watts saved and can be sold. Of course, you're building a big dam, which has, I think, 6.5 gigawatts of power. If you can save a few gigawatts, you can export these gigawatts that you're not using initially. Of course, the electrical power enables your industries to grow and develop. But initially, if you introduce a big dam like that, you don't need all its power at once. So that is a good income source. If you consider, for instance, that you can earn $1 billion for coffee exports, which is roughly what it is at the moment, then you can save probably $1 billion rand a year, $1 billion a year by electricity export that otherwise are just used for heat. When you touch this lamp, it's so hot you burn your fingers. That is wasted energy. We only want the watts, not the heating inside this sphere. So it is a process that is taking place in Ethiopia, and with all that new power coming on stream, I pray and hope that your country will develop into a power to be reckoned with in Africa and the world.
In this laboratory, we carry out three main types of work. although the overall outcome is unified. The lab operates in two primary disciplines. The first is measurement science, and the second involves the maintenance of modern scientific instruments and technological tools. Given Ethiopia's vast size, there are many pieces of equipment that are out of service due to minor issues. Therefore, the main purpose of this institution is to provide training for professionals. After receiving the training, these professionals return to their respective locations and repair the broken equipment themselves. So our first responsibility is to provide training and transfer knowledge. Our second area of focus is research. Through our research, we aim to build self-reliance and reduce expenses on imports from abroad.
ኤክስፖርቱ በኤክስፖርት የምናወጣውን ወጪ እንቀንሳለን። በዚህ በአገር ኢኮኖሚ ላይ አስተዋጽኦ ማድረግ ነው ማለት ነው።
The best thing is like the national quality infrastructure. This EMI, like Ethiopian Meteorology Institute and other institutes, also they are the image of the investors, their industries. So when the buyers, the end users check that products are from Ethiopia and Ethiopia has such infrastructure, they have confidence on the products. Not only that, in our country also, when some inputs if some inputs has to come from foreign countries, some inputs has to be imported from foreign countries. So those suppliers, if they are aware that we have a strong institutions like this, they will send the high quality products. Otherwise, they know the consequences. We have the capacity to test and confirm whether the products fulfill the required standards. So we continue to develop these capabilities. We have already the infrastructure. In near future, we will appear in the international networks as part of, to make our industries part of the international industries network.
My final message is, those importers, those exporters that they want to really import to Ethiopia, those who is going to export from Ethiopia, the very important thing that they have to fulfill is the standard. They have to follow the standard of those products first. So they need to keep in their mind that there is a facility, there is a full-fledged facility here in Ethiopia. So anyone who wants to invest to Ethiopia, there is a facility, there is a full facility, so that you can have any service you like here from Ethiopian Standard Institute, from Ethiopian Conformity Assessment Body, enterprise, and from accreditation, as well as from Ethiopian Meteorology Institute here in this compound. So you are most welcome, and we need to really work based on not quantity, not volume. It should be based on the standard set already, and we need to fulfill, we need to use the standard mark as well, so that we can make the quality as a culture, As a culture, we have to make it culture. We have to make it a day-to-day practice, not as a campaign, not as a one-time thing, We need to make it as a culture. We need to make it a quality as a culture. So anyone who needs any information regarding the standard, regarding any conformity assessment procedure, regulation, and so on, you are most welcome. There is a desk responsible for that, and we are also providing you with standard sale. If you want to purchase the standard, you can use the online standard. We are selling that online, so you can use that platform. And anytime who needs training concerning any product standard, and service standards such as ISO products, ISO services like ISO food safety management system, quality management system, environmental management system, and occupational health and management system. In addition to that, we started already now the educational management system as well, ISO 21001. So you are most welcome to get any expert services, consultancies, so that you can get certified and more, add value for the product. Once we get certified, the value of those companies will be added. So anytime you like, you can come, and investors are mostly encouraged to invest in Ethiopia because you do have, you need to have confident enough in Ethiopian quality infrastructure here in a quality village. So you are most welcome, and we are very happy to work with you.
Well, viewers, this wrap up our today's Explore Ethiopia program that focused on National Quality Village, which was inaugurated by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed very recently. We have shown up you what kind of services are delivered here in this compound, all services in a single compound. So most investors across the world are welcomed by this institution to come and invest in Ethiopia. This is Explore Ethiopia. We will come back with another episode next time. I am Ogayo Mulonir, host. Goodbye. Stay tuned and stick around with other programs of Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation. Goodbye.